pink state of mind. One can paint the town red and then imbues a sense of partying like you mean it. What, though, is it about Miami that has one thinking it is all about painting the town pink? In this story, pink it is.
It was a typical Florida downpour that had me and Mom seeking shelter under the railroad station's pink metal canopy. We watched as the Miami Special rolled down the track, steam hissing and rising from its mighty wheels, horn blowing and paper debris flying haphazard in the wake of the powerful, beautiful silver carriage. I waved goodbye to my temporary 22-hour home, smiling at the whitecap waving back at me as he ducked back into the observation car. Mom and I sat on our suitcases waiting for the sun to clear away the deluge as we could make a clear run towards the row of taxis parked along the curb. It was never a long wait for the Florida sun to do its magic, making the gray rain clouds turn puffy white as golden rays pierced the sky, and the tropic smell of Florida filled me with the familiarity of once again being back to our winter getaway. A cabbie spotted us as we ran towards the curb, waving and calling out, "Where to, young ladies?" Unlocking the trunk, cabbie took our bags, tossed them in, and shutting the trunk with a satisfying bang, ran to the side to open the car door for us to jump in. "The Blackstone Hotel on Washington Avenue," Mom directed the cabbie. I watched out the window at giant palm trees whizzed by my sight. The sky was tinted pink and yellow, and the water below the causeway sparkled with the reflection of the colorful sundown, so unlike the blues and violets in New York's descending sun. "Just another few blocks," the cabbie announced. I could already spot the tallest building in Miami Beach. A clock atop the top spire read 7 p.m. "Whoa," I turned to my mother. "The Blackstone Hotel is pink." We stepped out in front of the brand new, tallest edifice in Miami Beach, a pink fountain spewing water into the pink and white tile basin, adorning the entryway into the glass-doored lobby. The pink sidewalk was littered with palm fronds and coconut husks, whipped from the trees during the recent rain and wind episode. The cabbie followed us up the semicircular staircase, our bags tucked under each of his arms as he led us towards the front desk. "Have a great stay, young ladies. You picked the best of the litter. This hotel is the tops." As he sat down our bags, he tipped his hat and held out his hand. Mom paid the man and thanked him, beaming her huge smile as she looked around the elegant lobby. Gigantic green palm leaves against a pink background papered the walls. Separate sitting areas defined by brown leathered upholstered chairs encircling glass top coffee tables sitting atop round and colorful rugs invited casual conversation between sips of a pineapple margarita. This was definitely a step up. Our winter getaway with Grandma and Grandpa sharing a room with us in a 3-story older hotel, enjoying the only amenity of having the beach located directly across the street was fine, but the Blackstone was a far cry from sitting on the terrace, rocking on rusting aluminum beach chairs as we watched crowds of beachgoers pass by. This was elegance, charm, a pool, the aroma of ritzy rich, overcoming the scent of the tropics I thought I knew so well. I guess we could get used to this. The elevator pinged as it stopped on the 10th floor. The doors opened up to a carpeted hallway, muting our footsteps as we checked room numbers looking for Suite 10F. Knocking softly on the doorway of Suite 10F, the door flew open as Grandpa Louie, a smile as broad as his waist, ushered us in. So hello to my favorite girlies. Come. Say hello to Mama and come sit down. So tell me, Kindela, so what's new? How was the trip? Grandpa patted the sofa. Grandma hugged us both, her corseted frame so comforting as I hugged her back. "You need something to eat, Kindela? You must be hungry. I cooked a little soup and a meatloaf. Grandma tempted us. I didn't realize how hungry I was until I salivated anticipating Grandma's chicken soup. Funny thing, sort of. Grandma had lost her sense of smell. Who knows why? And therefore her sense of taste. But she was the best cook I ever knew. Funny, too, there were few and far and between times when she would suddenly regain her sense of smell. Tearing open the refrigerator door, she would grab random refrigerated items and start smelling them as if she was walking through a garden of roses and chocolate. Then she would grab me and sniff me up and down my arms, on my neck, and in my hair. I would giggle as she sniffed and laughed while she laughed with the joy of smell. These moments were rare and short-lived, but the happiness Grandma felt in those moments always, to this day, makes me smile. In my 12th year and 8 years under my belt as a temporary Floridian resident, I pretty much knew the ropes by then. Walking the beach, picking up shells, and avoiding the jellyfish washed ashore after an evening rainstorm. Attending the opening of the Fontainebleau Hotel. Walking down Lincoln Road admiring the beautiful shops. Buying another Nancy Drew book at the department store on Lincoln to read by the pool. Sitting for a horrible charcoal drawing that my Aunt Celia insisted was a beautiful portrait of me, since she had just permed my hair with a Tony perm that I thought not only made me ugly but really stinky as well. Having a little bite at the Nasharai and collecting carved and painted Indian heads made from coconut shells. What a privilege. I didn't appreciate until I looked back from an old lady's vantage. What a blessing were my grandparents. I hope my grandchildren will cherish some memories of how each of my 6 grand wonders shared with me while weaving some special moments with this old lady who once frolicked in Miami Beach and slathered Coppertone all over her young and skinny body so everyone would know, voila, from her glorious tan, that she must have been on a tropic vacation.